without you.
Sure you can.
I mean, we can. I won't start a session until I at least have word from you. Because if I need to get in touch with the authorities, I'm not gonna do that playing D&D.
Don't worry, you'll never have to do such horrid things.
Fair enough. Hi, stream. We're live. I'm gonna pull up my Twitch thing so that I can see... What is it? Dashboard? Yeah, that's the right thing. Is it live? I think it is.
Well, it seems it is, for you have views, and that views is Moz.
Yay, think.
And there's an Intel Core ad.
Wonderful. Giving me money.
Yeah, I might as well turn off the stream right here.
No! Don't forget, if I hit the $100 mark, you get money.
Pause.
What?
Pause. What?
Quip.
Okay,
Don't worry, if I hit the $100 mark,
this commercial.
you don't get $100, but
you get 25 because I'm splitting it.
Look. The commercial here is strange. It's for Intel Core laptop, right?
Okay.
Or whatever. But then it's like got some dude in armor cosplay, and it switched to someone standing in a dragon's footprint on a laptop in the woods.
Interesting. Well,
so
welcome back, stream, to D&D night.
Oh, and also like coding lab prequels.
Interesting. So, I am proud to announce that we are sponsored for the second week in a row. As you can see by the HelloFresh thing on the screen, as well as the title saying hashtag ad. So, big thank you to HelloFresh for continuing to sponsor the stream. If you use the code, use the link down below, you can get 70% off your first box, as well as free shipping. And it also helps support the stream. So, if you don't know, HelloFresh is a wonderful food prepping delivery service where they send out amazing meals and recipes every week. Birch Bees and I have been using them for quite a while. We get, 4 meals a week? And I am just thrilled with it, and it's gotten me to try a bunch of new foods, as I'm a super picky eater. 99% of them are amazing, and they keep down on cost and food waste, so I can't recommend them enough. Once again, check out the panels below the stream for more information, as well as the code that flashes on the little screen. That's how you get 70% off and free shipping on your first box. With that being said, I want to get into D&D, but I do have a question for my players. I assume you all saw the thing I sent in Snapchat earlier.
The Robody.
no.
Do y'all don't want to? Do you want to do it or no?
Go for it.
I want to do it.
All you need is 2 votes, and the council is agreed.
Please
Here's
understand.
what I
You
say.
vote, we go.
I say we save it till next session, because this session we can then have people prepared to possibly do that.
My notes prepared enough.
Because I know for a fact that if 2 of the possible people get it, it's not going to be a very good recap.
It's gonna be me. God,
Okay,
it's gonna be me, and I'm
fair
gonna go.
enough.
Last week we played D&D, and I was a frog. All right, get ready, boys.
So,
Next session.
what we're talking about, stream, is starting next week. Instead of me doing the recap every week, right before we roll the intro, we're all gonna roll a d20, and whoever rolls the lowest has the, 10 seconds of the intro to prepare, and then they have to do the recap right after the intro stops. So we're gonna start that next week. It's gonna go so well. We're gonna have so much fun with it. With that being said, I want to jump right in. We've been waiting forever for someone to join the call, but I'm not gonna call out who, as stream doesn't know.
I know who it was.
I also know who it was.
I can say
But
it.
we are gonna go ahead and roll the intro, and then we will get started with tonight's session.
Jurassic Park theme song?
No, I'm not gonna sing the Jurassic Park theme song. That's copyrighted.
He was singing our theme song, excuse
Yeah,
you.
we have a, 6-second theme song.
Confirm, chat. We're using copyright. I'm kidding. It is not in any way, shape, or form.
So, last week, where we left off, you all decorated the wonderfully put on Central Town Ball for the Day of Ash celebration. A memorial-like holiday that remembers the past of the city and the tragedy that then lunged the city forth into becoming what it is today, this massive metropolis melting pot of a city that you all currently call home. You got to meet some new faces, see some old ones, have a couple of awkward conversations. One of you had a very nice night. And you actually got to go to a nice dinner that night with some of the kind of higher ups in the guild and a couple of their esteemed guests. And after a beautiful meal, you all went to bed satisfied with your job as the decorators of the ball. With that being said, if you haven't already, you can click a long rest if you need it. I don't think anyone actually... No one took damage, and I don't think anyone cast any spells, so you should be fine. Oh, you did? Okay. My bad.
Just one.
So with that being said, you have... The next few days are slow compared to the day of the ball. So you have a couple of days if anyone has anything that they would like to do kind of in your downtime.
What anything specifically I want to do, but I would like to ask what's going on with the house situation.
Yes.
Okay. So you come up to, I assume, Dia and Marilli. What?
I'm assuming so. I was kind of asking, like, if we did, like, a week jump, did anything happen over that week? Or...
Okay, so... Just kind of from DM to players, no, buying a house does take a little bit longer than that.
You don't know.
I, in fact, do know, as we are trying to buy a house right now.
Okay.
You wouldn't
yeah,
know anything like
see, that's
that.
IRL. This is a game.
That is fair.
So fantasy?
They are still figuring out the paperwork, although at this point, your offer for 1,000 gold has been accepted, so you are now kind of in the process of becoming the owners. Now, it is under all of your names, so you all have a 25% stake in it.
Zavala did convince me to put a down payment, and then I guess I need to talk to Zavala because Zavala wanted me to take up the loan and keep my cash instead of paying for the house in cash. Correct?
What?
I wanted to pay for the house in full in cash, and he said, no, put just a down payment
Right.
and then the loan. I need
Right.
to keep the cash.
Applying real-world economics to D&D. Wonderful.
Well, essentially, I was just saying, don't take the first offer. Essentially, was just put something down. Don't go, I'm going to do the entire price right now. Yes, thank you. With my random magic mystery money that just appeared out of nowhere, by the way.
I've had it forever.
I don't believe you.
I was gonna say, I don't think you can physically roll high enough on a deception check to convince them of that.
I mean, they
No.
didn't know me.
That's fair, but
why
they're
would you
also
be
not
doing the job you're doing?
stupid.
Wait, repeat that, Noah? Yeah, I'm so bad at this.
We know.
Somebody cut my tongue off.
No.
Huh?
No, that's against Twitch
What?
TOS.
Yeah, B
Yeah.
asked for someone to cut off her tongue.
Can you repeat what you said, Tavala?
I definitely can. So it's gonna be. No, I can't. I just forgot. What were we talking about? It's gone.
This session is going amazing.
Tongues.
I don't remember. Moving on.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else that any of you specifically want to do over the few days to a week kind of downtime, it is probably, we'll say, 5 days after the ball. You all gather in the tavern for some breakfast and conversation. The tavern at this time is pretty slow, as it is kind of probably around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So there's maybe one person in the bar also eating breakfast. Before you see the door swing open and you see the familiar face of Lionel walk in.
Nice.
You see he kind of stops at Dia and Marili's desk, and they're having some conversation. What is everyone's passive insight?
Insight. 13.
13?
10.
It's a tense conversation. It definitely doesn't look like pleasantries. It doesn't look like they're mad at each other or anything like that, but it seems like they're talking about something rather serious. And
Sorry.
I'm
Is
sorry.
it Lionel and Dia?
Lionel is currently at the desk talking to Dia and Marili.
Okay, both. Okay.
Yeah. You have, I don't think, ever seen them separated, so...
That's not true. The other day, one of them walked away and we talked to only one.
Oh, that's fair, but they were at the same party. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You've never seen them in separate rooms. But a few minutes of that go by, and if I'm not mistaken, Tuvala, you got a new feat. If you want to give me a perception check.
Yes, I did get a new feat.
Oh, wait, it's not... Never mind, it's not the feat I thought it was. I thought you took Observant. My bad. I was going to let you read their lips, but you didn't take Observant. So...
Dang, it's okay. I rolled a 2 anyway.
Oh, nice. So after a few minutes of the seemingly tense conversation, you see Lionel kind of almost solemnly kind of nod his head towards the two of them before he turns, kind of takes a glance around, notices you all, and starts walking over.
I do not want to be yelled at today, please.
I'm immediately concerned. He was the one whose sister was in the Whirlpool Academy, right?
Yes. He is the brother of Yuri Tora.
Yeah, I'm gonna be lightly concerned something happened to her. Would like to definitely ask him what's the matter, what's bugging him.
Okay. You kind of say that as he approaches, and he goes, it's just a job coming up. Dia and Marili have told me about a serious mission that they would like me to head, but given the stakes of it, they recommend I take some help. Are you interested?
So it seems that they really do like to tame the gosh, I hate words. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It really does seem like those two like to tame the lone wolves, huh?
It may seem like that.
Playing all you want. Being in a pack is more fun.
But with that being said, my skills are definitely helpful in this job. But more people would definitely help. If
I'm
you are
definitely-
all interested, there is good to be done and money to be made.
My two favorite things.
You see, for the first time, he gets like a small like just smile in the corner of his mouth for his good. And
Sweet.
I'm
And if
so-
you ever need, I'm ready to help.
say that again. I'm sorry, you cut out.
I said I made it pretty clear last week that if you ever should want some help, I'd be willing.
And here I am.
And you see Tara immediately shrink. Because that's the most bold she's probably been
Period.
ever.
Period.
Have any of you ever been to Silamont?
Where?
Silamont.
Where's that?
It's the elvish city in the center of the Moontide jungle.
Can we have map up, please?
Yes, let me put you on the Iredell map.
I hope.
This one.
Hey. Can't say I have personally. Most of my adventures were towards the northern side of the continent. Well, not southward, north mid-ish.
Fair enough. Would you say B?
Is it here?
Yeah, literally the dead center.
I've been to the Moontide once or twice, but never that deep.
Well, since you've never been, Silamont is one of the largest elvish settlements in the jungle. And the location for this retrieval mission, I guess, is a good way to put it.
What would we be retrieving, you would say?
We've heard that there is a black market dealer who specializes in stolen goods and artifacts, one of which we know the owner and would like to get it back to them. That being said, we're not there just for that artifact. Shutting down the trade would be a massive win. But that artifact is of importance to us.
I will do anything possible to bring as much justice to my mother jungle as possible.
I appreciate that. What was that, Greg?
I said nice. Not helpful input.
Zavala takes Moontide jungle matters very seriously.
Yeah. You do be a druid. Do be druiding it up. It's hard to use druid as a verb.
Druiding?
Druiding. Yeah. You do be doing it.
Please stop, I'm gonna hurl.
Is Greg
Alright.
from the forest?
Doobie 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 doo.
Do
Wait.
What,
do
B?
buck. B.
So is Greg from the Mystic Forest?
Agent P.
I heard if you asked if Greg was from forest. Yes.
The Misted Forest.
Oh. Wasn't I also Moontide?
Yes, you are also from the Moontide Jungle.
Yeah.
You are
I'm
from
bad
the
with names, so
complete
I'd rather
opposite
double-
side of it, but yes.
Yeah. Oh my god,
You wanna
Tabalo,
point
we're
out-
neighbors.
Notes.
Again, you were from the complete opposite side of it.
That's why we're neighbors.
And then. But my fox is from the Misted Forest or the Moontide?
Your fox is from the Moontide Jungle. There's a lot of stuff from the Moontide Jungle. It is a
I am
massive
okay.
jungle.
Okay.
Full of frogs and birds and shit.
Yes.
I'm not Moontide Jungle.
Correct. So if you are all interested, I could really use your help. There is quite a bit of money in these artifacts. Not that we're selling them, but typically there are high rewards for their return, and you know, there's always the possibility that we don't find the owner of one, and maybe you can keep something. But if you're interested, I'll tell the twins, and we can make our journey.
I can't speak for the rest of us, but I think I would enjoy that quite a lot. I always like to get to see new places.
Very well. He goes and he stands up and he walks over to Dia and Marili, and they start conversing back and forth once again. Anything y'all want to talk about or anything?
Converse.
Hey, I was almost wondering if I could hear them.
I mean, you can make a perception check if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. B. $22.
22. I mean, they are across a bar. You don't get the whole conversation. You hear bits and pieces of, like, something along the lines of, like, they agreed, they'll come with me. You do hear a familiar name. You hear Marili mention Xana's name from the dinner. But that's about all you get.
Well, I know I hail from the Moontide Jungle, and as does Greg. Pat.
Pat.
Tara, where are you from?
Probably not the Moontide Jungle.
Didn't she say the steppe desert last time at the party?
I
That's
don't think
very
it was
likely.
a party. I think it was when we
Sometime.
were whatever we were doing the session before the party. But yeah,
Yes,
because like we were talking about alcohol.
we were talking about alcohol.
Well, I would say that
Alcohol.
alcohol may have messed with Tuvala's bird memory a little bit. So
Gosh, such a bird brain.
I take personal offense to that. Excuse you.
Not
In
in
fact,
character's sake. Just to be
okay.
clear.
What? B has a look of utter confusion on their face.
Okay, I
Good.
remember.
Were you
Wait,
looking up bird brain sizes?
Yes. See, it's not about the size though. It's all about how
I got
smooth it
confused
is.
because I forgot. Like I knew where I was from, but I forgot the city name, and then I looked, and I genuinely don't think Midas you have ever told me this name.
I did, and you were like, you need to change that. And then I didn't do that.
Cities.
I genuinely don't think that you told me that name.
I did, because you were like, you need to change that name. That's awful. And then I didn't change it.
Okay. Sorry. Apology.
The word apology.
At the end of the day, there's only two things you need to do in life.
After about another minute, you hear Lionel kind of call out and goes, be ready to go in a few hours. I'm going to go get us some supplies. I'll be back and we can head out as soon as you're ready. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Sell
good.
any dyes or colors you need?
Do you need any help?
I'm fine. I have more than enough money for it. I'll get some supplies for all of us. I'll be back. You all just need to get ready to go. And he dips out the door.
Well, isn't someone eager to help?
What did you say, Davala, before that spill? I thought I heard you say something about dyes, which is why I was asking.
Oh, asking if you needed any dyes, different coloring for the jungle.
No. No, I don't. Greens are quite easy to come across, actually. And I'm probably not going to use them
Like
anyway.
red.
What was that?
You could dye yourself to look like Greg.
Red.
Yeah.
I could. That'd be kind
However, Tuvala's not done bullying you about your lightly obvious flirt to the guy that you were obviously interested in at the party.
Kind
No.
of excited to go back to the jungle.
I'm not sure I know what you're referring to.
Who?
Welcome to Davala.
I think Tavala was talking to Tara.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Wolf
never
is
mind
just
then.
so used to people trying to flirt with him. Any single time anyone mentions flirting, he's like, "Oh, they're talking about me, obviously."
Oh, my leg.
A
Stella
lady killer IRL.
flirting with Xana.
I was also reading the Twitch chat whenever he said that, and I was like, wait.
You said what, B?
Stella flirting
No.
with Xana.
No. Wait. No.
I don't.
So is there any preparation that any of you would like to do? Any people you want to talk to before you head out? Or are y'all just gonna... Yeah.
I literally have to go up, grab a single sack, throw it over my shoulder, get a few knives, and Fox is with me, and we're good. I will take literally like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I don't have to do anything specifically at this point to attune to my special shiny, right?
No, you're already attuned to that.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I
You
can
had
see all
time
that.
between your session 0 and session 1 to do that.
Mm. I believe we're set.
Okay. So you all get ready, and you kind of convene back in the dining area of the tavern. You see, about maybe an hour before you leave, you see someone walks in with like a white shirt with almost like a little gold symbol on their chest that has like a messenger bag over their shoulder. They reach in, they grab like a pack of letters, and they hand it to Dia and Marilli. They speak for a second, and then they head back out. But then 30 minutes to an hour later, Lionel walks back in and goes, I have the supplies. And he walks up to your table, and he pulls out of his bag 4 potions of healing. So you can each write down 1 potion of healing, just the normal one. in your inventory, but he gives one to each of you.
I would prefer if someone else held on to mine, because I can heal without it.
Fair enough. He slides Stella's over to Tara.
I'm going to slide it over to Greg.
Musical potions, let's go.
That's
No
not
one
gonna be
wants the health
amazing.
potion.
I mean, it's a nice thing to have, but from my perspective, like, I would prefer to be on someone who does not have healing, because if I go down, I want someone to be able to do heals.
Yeah.
I can do heals.
Okay, so Tara gets a health potion, Greg gets 2 health potions, and Tavala gets 1 health potion. And be sure to add that to your inventory. It's under the Manage Inventory Add item, and it should just be Potion of Healing. I think.
Else. I need healing.
Oh no.
What?
Why is people's character sheet broken?
The world is broken. That's why.
There it goes. And it's the normal one, not the greater or superior or anything like that. But he hands 4 of them to the table, and you can distribute them as you see fit. Before he goes, is everyone ready?
Seems so.
With the normal one, it's only showing greater.
What?
I'm also ready. I'm just
Mine is only
sneezing.
showing the greater.
Add item, potion of healing.
Superior.
Nope. You just type in potion, and it is the second one.
I always have trouble.
Did you
pulling it up.
mark
If you just
magic?
type in healing and not potion of healing, sometimes
Yeah.
it'll come up.
It's a little easier if you do it that way.
Yeah.
It does not like being looked up.
No, it does not like you healing.
Again, mine is showing greater, superior, and supreme.
Do you have
If you
magical
just
marked?
type in healing.
No.
You have nothing marked, you're just typing in healing.
All marked as potion.
Don't
Just
have
type
potion
in
marked.
healing.
For some reason it doesn't show up if you have potion marked.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah, it's super weird because technically the normal one is considered gear, while everything above that is considered a potion.
Wait a minute. No, that's not the right thing. I just added staff equipment. That's not the right thing. Yeah, no, mine is still not showing potion.
Okay, I'll add it to your inventory. Jeez.
I'm
Potion
sorry,
for
it's not on
privileges
here.
revoked.
Okay, how do I take this off?
Okay,
Slides back for more potion.
refresh your page, and it'll show up. With that being said, unless anyone wants to wait,
You said it was a guy with a gold symbol on his chest?
yeah, he was wearing like a white shirt with almost like padded shoulders, and then like a gold like emblem on his like left chest area.
Would it be something we'd recognize as a healer symbol, or?
No. The gold symbol, I would say that y'all have probably spent enough time in the city so far. This city does have a, like a mail system. It's not controlled by the government, but there is a company that runs mail, and each of their carriers wears a gold pin to like mark them so that you know that you're not getting hit by mail fraud.
Okay, just wanted to know.
Yeah. It's just the mark of, hey, I'm a mail carrier, instead of it saying USPS across the chest.
Mail fraud is a serious thing that exists in all universes.
It is. Especially in D&D. Because it's easier to get away with it.
Bigger crime rates he's pretty good away with. Good grief.
But if there are no protests, you all gather and join Lionel as he kind of takes the reins, as he has a 2 horses pulling a wagon that you can all hitch a ride on. You don't have to walk the whole time. But you all set off. You see he has 2 crates in the back of the wagon with you. But other than that, there's enough room for the 4 of you to sit comfortably, although any more people would definitely be cramming it. And it is actually, it has like a small cover to it, so that it helps you stay out of the elements a little bit. But you begin your journey south. I think I can change the music. Maybe. I can try at least. Is there a travel one?
We need music for the
said that,
trail.
because I
This is
completely
fine
forgot you
music
had a
for
music pod,
traveling,
I
my
had it
friend.
muted.
Your ambiance was being robbed.
I was like, it feels so quiet. I feel like it wasn't this quiet the other games.
Yes, there is music. I'm actually going to turn mine up a little bit because I can barely hear it. So, with that being said, you all start your journey southward. It's probably you're moving a little bit faster on horseback and wagon than you would walking. So it'll probably be a 2-day journey. You'll probably make it to the edge of the Moontide Jungle on your first day, since it's kind of a half day. And then it'll take you 2 full days to get to Sealamont. That being said, on your second day, you do pass through, or not through, but near. You can kind of see just off the beaten path. You see like another road that splits off from the main road heading south to your east, which would be your left heading south. You can just see kind of lights flickering in the treetops as you see the wood elves of the Moontide Jungle like to make their homes not in the base of the forest, but among the trees themselves. You see beautiful architecture throughout the canopy. And while there are some buildings that are on the ground, most of them are up in the trees, and you see beautifully like homes almost carved out of the trunk of some of these just increasingly tall jungle trees. But for your second day of travel, I would like someone to roll me a survival check. Who's it gonna be?
I think I'll take this one up.
Get it, bud.
Got ourselves a 24.
A 24. The weather
Yep.
is...
Your modifier.
+5.
The weather is very nice, and you are in a covered wagon, so what little bit of rainfall as it does come your way, you don't even feel under the canopy of the trees and the cover of your traveling. It gets to about halfway through your second day where you can just barely hear the raindrops hitting the top of the covered wagon when you hear Lionel kind of speak up and go, so, sorry if this is forward, but, my sister just seems to really, enjoy your company. I was just curious. about what makes her enjoy speaking with you. That's one reason I asked you to come with me. I know it's a bit unconventional.
Quiet.
The whole party stares at him silently,
I would-
apparently.
Just,
Oh, I don't. I know.
Just
I didn't assume he was talking to me.
Quiet.
I assumed
I-
he wasn't me either because Greg's not the most eloquent.
Hmm. I'll be the first to say that if there's any interest in me, it may be because I am a large talking bird. There doesn't seem to be a lot of my kind around.
To be honest,
Go ahead, Stella. I know you've been trying to speak.
You're fine. What was it? Gosh darn it. Quite. I personally like asking about her studies, which she doesn't tell me everything, but I find it quite interesting.
Oh,
So-
are you a arcane user as well?
Yes, but of a different sort.
Oh?
I suppose it would be more along the lines of holy magic, I guess, with according to what I know.
The divine magics, then.
Yes.
So we have the druid, the divine, and do we have any arcane members of the troop? Besides myself, that is?
is Rogue Arcane?
Can be.
Arcane Trickster, yes. It is Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, but
That is your
Do you,
subclass.
okay. Do you have the ability to cast spells of any form whatsoever? If
Yeah.
yes, then the answer is yes.
See, you asked, and I was like, I have a bunch of sharp sticks. I don't think this one's mine.
No. We have
hey,
magic.
so as he asks that, my lovely fox friend, which by the way, doesn't have a name.
You should probably name it.
Why you don't have a name?
Well,
Name it
because
Fred.
Tara was too scared and indecisive to name it, and scared that it already had a name, and that I didn't know.
Fair enough.
But anyway, so my fox is going to hop up in my lap, and you'll kind of notice that I perk up, realizing only when my fox jumps into my lap that I remember that I too have arcane abilities. Yeah, actually, a little bit. Not much. Just a few tricks here and there, I guess. Mostly just the main thing that I'm good at is having my friend around, and I'll kind of like look down and start petting the fox.
Well, I mean, he's still driving, so you can't see his face, but, there's a diverse group, then. That's, you know, it's nice to see. Far too often I see people only coming together with other people of the same build, the same head. Well, camaraderie is good. Too much of one could always lead to be a bad thing. It's my take on it anyway. But,
Well said.
yeah, Yuri Tora is an amazing arcane user. He said she's spoken with you before. I don't know how much she's told you, but she knows many protection spells that have gotten me out of a pinch or two. So she's definitely the more successful sibling. But,
It depends on your definition of success.
well, by my definition, how about that?
It's fair. From my perspective, you both seem somewhat successful.
I've been doing better, that's for sure.
You're still here, aren't you? And after all those adventures,
So far.
I think you're pretty talented, to say the least. At least at that.
Well, I can't wait to see all of your talents. Hopefully, we won't need all of them. But I'm glad that I can have someone guarding my back that I know is at least somewhat trustworthy.
Where is Yuritoro now, if I may ask?
She's at school. She's only able to visit on academic breaks. She gets a few.
Time there.
Yeah, she gets a few days a week to do other things. And she spends some of those days in Capital City with me, but she's, at least as far as I know, in the tower, taking notes, brewing potions, learning how to summon dragons or demons or what have you. I have no idea what wizards do.
Neither do I. However, I must say it would be very useful to be able to summon a dragon.
That would be.
I call upon a
It'd
thing
be
or
kind
two,
of
but-
terrifying, actually.
Speaking of dragons, I don't believe I've told you yet, the artifact we're looking for is a necklace, and on it rests a dragon scale. Specifically a gold dragon scale. As far as we know, one of a kind. It belonged to Xana, who I believe you met at the dinner last after the ball.
Do you know how it was stolen?
I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't given all the details, but I mean, I assume that you've met Xana. They tend to not be the smartest or the most organized person. My guess is they misplaced it. Someone else then placed it in their pocket.
Dang. Well, hate to hear that they lost such a useful tool, but we'll do what we can to get that back.
That we will. On a bigger scale, shutting down the black market trade out of Sealamont would definitely help those who it hurts. I know I have the base information on it. Whenever we get to Sealamont, I'd like to do some recon with you all. Try to find out where they're keeping these items, who's in charge of it, and where we can find them and get them back.
Anything that on the low is probably where I'll be the most useful, if I'm being completely honest.
Same. That being said, elves like elves, so I may have to do some of the talking, but I assumed Tara and I would take the stealthier parts of the mission while the more charismatic of you took the talking parts, if that's okay with you all.
Great. Besides,
I do like talking.
I can
Greg's gonna look up.
I'm gonna put my hood on and immediately just be like, yes, I'm an elf now.
Greg's gonna look up at Tavala and be like, do I count as charismatic?
Yes.
Well, dear, I'll say yes.
Greg's just gonna, like, perk up and smile. But otherwise, he's done.
Nice.
It's just, excellent.
Yes.
So, after some light rainfall and some conversation, he pulls the cart off to the side of the road, makes a small campfire kind of out the back of the wagon to where you all can stay warm, and takes a night's rest. For the second and last day of the journey, I would like someone to roll me a survival check.
I can do it, because I don't think I've done one yet this game.
Get it, Greg.
Do it!
Get it, Greg? Oh no, Greg should not have gotten it.
Was Greg roll?
With my modifier, it's gonna be a 9.
Okay, it's not awful. The weather definitely comes in much harder this day. Your visibility gets short, maybe 30 to 60 feet, just from the heavy rainfall that's piercing through the canopy. While you all stay relatively dry, the journey is slowed slightly, and you still make it to Sealamont on that day, but it is dark. You see, as it is just pouring rain, Lionel kind of peeks from kind of the front area into the back area and goes, we've made it. If you would all like to stay here for just a second, I'm going to pay the people to park our horses, and we can go find some shelter from the weather.
Horse valet.
Love a good ballet.
It's not a valet. I
like-
forgot the word. What is it?
I've chosen valet, and I'm imagining the Looney Tunes thing where it's a fishing pole with a carrot, and they're just guiding them through the parking lot.
But over the next maybe hour, you were all put up in a hotel. You were given 2 rooms to split, and then Lionel has his own room. He covers the cost of all 3, though. And you are welcomed into the city of Sealamont. With that being said, I have to use the bathroom, so we're going to take our 15-minute break now. Yeah, I really gotta use the bathroom. So we're going to take a 15-minute break as you all find a night's rest in Sealamont. And then whenever we pick it back up after our break, we will go about your recon.
Von the Berg.
So, while we go to our 15-minute break, someone should talk about HelloFresh for me while I go use the bathroom.
B, you're the one who married into this.
You've also had the service.
Yeah.
I think I would do a great job,
Be right back.
but I'm not going to do it because I have not used them.
If I talk
Okay.
about HelloFresh, then you have to make me popcorn.
B,
after-
run the ad.
B, you talk about it, and we'll have Wolf improv, like, wingman you.
Okay.
Hello, Fresh.
Alright, chat. So, our sponsor is HelloFresh, and I really suck at this, so be prepared for that.
Winchiest.
The code is shown on the screen in the bottom corner, and with this code, you get 70% off as well as free shipping on your first order. And
Wow.
you should do it, cause HelloFresh is really awesome. No, but like seriously, Midas and I are newlyweds, if you didn't know, and HelloFresh has been our savior. Because while I like to cook and he likes to learn to cook, we've been really busy. I'm a full-time college student. He's a full-time worker, like he works full-time for the government. And so just the simple fact of having meals planned out for us lot of time and a lot of stress, and the meals are great. We love that there's no waste, and I love having a variety because other than spaghetti, mac and cheese, and fettuccine alfredo and chicken, I like variety. Now, previously mentioned, I could eat those all day, every day, but that's beside the point. Also, Midas is quite a picky eater, and HelloFresh has really helped him looking at these new meals and helps him come out of his box and eat new things and try new things and eat better meals. And yeah, it's like honestly, it's really great. You get the box. If you're on a subscription, it comes in once a week, and it for us we get 4 meals every week, and it's been a lifesaver. We're on a rotation, so like I cook once and he cooks once, and that has nothing to do with why you want the meal. Like I said, I'm really bad at this. But the food is delicious, and it's set up great, and that's all I got. But seriously, it's great. Again, code is on the screen. And I think if you if you type in chat a certain if you type in
No idea.
at HelloFresh or something, it gives you the code.
You do have a discount code, yes. For
Yeah, I know
70%
we have the
off.
discount
I
code.
don't know. It's showing up in the stream, like in the bottom left.
Don't you if you type /hello?
I have no idea. That's a question for the Mides himself, in all of his kingly splendor.
That's not it.
It's quite a shame what happens to him after the wish, though.
I did it before. There's something if you type in chat, then it shows you, it gives you the link or the code or something.
Well, then I guess I'll have to try slash
But I don't know what it was.
slash fresh.
But yeah, anyway, that's all I got. Y'all don't. At one point I said that I was gonna have my own Twitch. I'm not gonna have my own Twitch.
Yeah, I have no idea why you do the thing that you're saying to do the thing.
Wait, what?
I have no idea how to do the thing you were saying to do the thing.
Oh yeah, it was at. Is it at? No.
It's blocked.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make popcorn. I'm also gonna ask Midas what the thing was. So I'll be back.
Fairly well.
Don't die.
Alright, so we all get to go die now.
That's what I heard.
You know what? I think would be kind of fun to do.
What's that?
Characters roleplay out the sponsorship.
Well, I mean, like certain should not be named other D&D streamers, I would like to do a themed a little skit or something.
Oh, yes, of course. Skits are so much fun. I love them much. Oh, look, Midas has returned.
Ah, hello, Midas, DM.
How are you, DM of the Mides? It seems as though Mr. Mides is muted. You're muted, Mides.
Mides, you're muted.
Mides.
Hey,
Mides.
DM, we can't hear you.
Mides is having technical issues.
DM, you've never been this bad with technology before. What's happening?
Gosh, you're always such a tech whiz. Now you can't figure out how to unmute.
Yeah, don't you program or something?
Oh,
Mides?
me 1 minute.
Mides left. He got nervous and ran away. Oh
Mides
no.
left. Wow. Oh well, no DM. I guess this means we can do whatever we want in the world.
do whatever we want in the world. Yes, you're
Alright.
completely correct.
So
Alright,
I think
Everett,
the
let's
island
go.
up in the top left. I think the what was it? It was like the cursed place or whatever. Yeah, the cursed isle. The place with the red liquid that we're unsure of what it is. That place.
Everyone
We should
start
make a
setting
kingdom
stuff on
there and
fire.
then raid the rest of the world.
I do
Hey,
have
the
a reason
DM's
to go
back.
there.
Oh, is the DM back?
The DM's
Wonderful,
back.
wonderful.
No, we
mind.
cannot hear you.
No.
The DM is angry.
Mides, we can't. You're not coming through.
Okay. Is the Discord muted? First off.
Is the Discord muted?
It's
No,
that.
the Discord's not muted.
Okay. Hold it up to the camera, Mides.
Yeah, hold it up to the camera.
Hold it up to the camera. That's not the camera. Yes, the camera.
What?
Is that plugged in all the way?
Shenanigans.
On the top? Okay.
Well, not anymore.
Okay.
Start pressing buttons.
That do not start pressing buttons.
It's not connected to that.
He's just not plugged in. Okay.
You're not muted in either call. So it's really just you.
Mides.
No, we can't.
What are we gonna do with you? Actually, wait.
What kind of mic are you using?
Not a very perceptive.
Does it
one.
have like a button on the mic itself?
Man, see,
Yeah,
guys.
I know it's a snowball.
Another reason to not get married. When you
No,
childproof,
snowballs
when you
don't have a.
childproof your computer, you can't
Okay.
figure out how to unmute it.
I like how that's what it takes to get around B's shenanigans. Child-proofing.
Oh yes. Haven't you seen what was it? It's like this r/D&D Reddit or whatever? Apparently, the greatest puzzles the world has ever created. All you have to do is search puzzles for children and then stick them in your D&D and voila! Your players will be stumped for hours.
point.
Honestly.
No, keep yelling. It'll definitely come through.
Yes.
If you just
yes,
keep yelling,
louder.
at some point, it'll realize it's important and turn
technic-
back on for you.
Technically, this is true because Bees is on the same building, so therefore,
Therefore, if you screamed loud
yell
enough,
loud
it would
enough,
come
Mides-
through.
Oh look, Bees has come to help
Might
Mides
is
unmute the
square.
computer.
You know, the giant button that says toggle mic?
Hi chat, we no
What?
longer need to
No,
go
Mike.
to the be right back screen.
There's a
that I
giant
went-
blue button on the screen that says toggle mic, and she was in my Windows settings. Like, not only that, but it also tells you what button on the keyboard you can press to turn it back on.
It does?
Yes, it
Man.
says media stop. That's this button.
Well, I didn't know it's not
Man.
labeled.
Well, that's true. That's not labeled. But still, there's a giant blue button.
It's not blue.
That one.
Oh. I'm gonna go make
Oh, well.
popcorn.
Then go make popcorn.
I was really bad at your ad.
That's fine
Mides,
as long as it's
Mides,
an
hey,
ad.
Mides, go.
Oh, by
Mike,
the
did
I
way,
believe?
I, as Midas, am letting you know that in chat, if you put exclamation point HelloFresh, then it will give you the code.
Oh, while you're here, you
It
should go
should
make
also
some
happen
Mides,
automatically,
go
like every 5 minutes.
Mides, you should go make
It
some
hasn't been
popcorn
done.
for
15
like
minutes?
promise.
It's supposed to be.
Well, it hasn't been.
That's
It
interesting.
has not been.
At all.
Mides.
No, it's just been me and B in the chat for a while, and I think someone else
I should
just
fix
got
that.
it. Yeah.
Cereal, please.
Ow!
A boost!
You bit me.
Okay, and go make popcorn.
Yeah, go make
Go
popcorn
make
for
popcorn.
Bees.
Oh my gosh, she almost ripped my headphones out of my computer. That
Be
was
the bane of
pure
our
chaos.
Oh,
It
hey,
really
Bee.
was.
Hey,
And
Bee,
she's been
shouldn't we go
working
back
on it
to your
for a
computer,
while.
Bee?
What?
Should you go back to your computer, B?
She's not at her computer. She is.
No, I'm talking to you, B.
Yeah,
We're talking to
not
you.
I'm so confused.
Not
Am I
the DM.
having
the
a
DM's making
stroke?
popcorn right now.
No, you're B. That's your computer.
I
You're
just
the
made
wrong
my
one.
Can you open this?
She can't open the plastic
take a
bag
break
around
from
the
the popcorn.
popcorn.
You're just gonna confuse people in the chat.
Are they still wet?
Yes.
Alright.
Assuming it's cold over there.
Gotta wait for our DM
Look,
to
look,
get back
look,
from
look.
popcorn.
You got nail
Right.
problem. I got a solution. It's called a hammer.
B, you should really go back to your computer. It's not cool to be on the DM's computer because he's got all that important information.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Right. You
Get
could
off of
accidentally
there.
stumble upon something you're not supposed to see.
Yeah. You could ruin the game for yourself, B.
Look, ignoring us and just continuing looking through the stuff is not going to help you in any way, shape, or
Yeah, we're gonna tell Mides when he gets back.
Miles
Yeah,
is
we're
gonna
definitely
be so
telling
mad
Miles when he
whenever he
gets
gets back and sees you.
Yeah, we're gonna tattle.
Did B mute, like, deafen us this time around? Like, accidentally?
Mides said, I do not give a shit about whatever y'all are doing.
Just
Yeah,
died a
correct.
little inside. Wait, who's this Mind you speak of? Mind is not here right now, so, like...
Sorry, Wifedus. Wifedus said they don't give a shit what we're doing.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
falling for it.
I believe you mean husbandus.
Husband.
What?
Husdus.
Yeah, husdus.
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 That feels disgusting and sinful to say.
A little bit, but that's why it's good.
See, that's why I said husbandus instead of husdus.
Husdus.
I
you
have
look
an
a little
idea.
stressed.
I can't set it to 0 minutes. That's sad.
What were you doing,
I was gonna
husdus?
set the timer to 0 minutes. That way it just spammed chat with the HelloFresh code.
Yo, you know what you should do?
It says it's on, but I don't
You
know.
know,
It's not.
Look, I
Don't
gotta,
worry, you can always wait until Midas comes back and ask him what to do to fix it.
Yeah,
Midas
right.
probably knows.
Don't hurt your
Definitely.
brain there.
Alright. You know, you should put a vote asking chat which is correct. Husdus or wifedus? Ignored.
Husdus,
Don't
you
let
look
the
like.
words Weistus.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Husdus?
Husdus.
He
It's
can.
okay,
he's
I'm
just
sure
pretending
Wifedus will
he
fix
can't.
it when they come back to DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am about to
yeah.
give the bad guy about 700 extra XP. Or not XP, HP.
Please don't.
I was like, I meant good for them, but
Don't worry, we can handle it. Because we
No.
will...
Is my
No, guys. Guys, look,
chatbot
Oh,
not in here?
shut up.
guys. No, listen to me.
Wolf.
Listen to me.
Wolf, shut up.
We
Quickly,
should give him
everyone
up.
mute Wolf.
No, hear me out. We should get him to buff the enemy as much as possible and then make the enemy
We
our...
should not.
You
And
should
then make
take
the
a part of that. Make the enemy our friend. Therefore, he basically giving us a really buff that is our ally now.
Hear me out. I don't think that's gonna happen at this
How
point.
well do you think that's gonna work?
It's
We
worked
did
great
that with
in
the
past.
trees because we were on really good terms when we were with the trees.
No, you did that with the trees because you had a druid.
It wouldn't be the first time I've
And
ruined a
we were
game
on
by
good
making
terms
friends
with the
someone.
DM.
Is my bot not in here? Is that what's happening?
Your god has died. That is sad, Husbandus.
Stream elements
Hush, little dust.
bot.
Little dust.
How do
Oh,
I
there's
do
one.
this?
There's whiteness. Yo, Wifedus, Husdus is ignoring us.
Wife just cannot hear.
She also hates that nickname, so I don't understand what's happening. We've got a code. Why is my chatbot just isn't here? I
It does.
think. And I don't
no.
know why.
You're muted again.
What?
Not you, B. We're talking to Mides.
Hmm.
I'm not sure why y'all swapped computers, but like, what was that?
Back.
You're back. Okay, wife.
I'm manual botting
This is
your
ignoring
chat.
us.
Thank you. But I don't see...
Oh gosh.
I don't see either. That's why I gotta wear glass on my face.
You know, I'm in too deep. Who's who now?
Wolf got lost in the sauce.
Wolf has to go to therapy after this. He's got imposter syndrome for other people.
I just everyone. No, he played too much Among Us. Everyone's an imposter.
Yo, War Among Us came out.
The VR Among Us game. Oh my gosh.
It came out, and I'm tempted to get it.
Do you have a VR set? Yes, you do. I saw it last time.
Wait, it says it's there. What?
I have lots of
If you
games
want,
to
I
play
can
and
manual
lots
bot
of
this.
technologies to say. Just nobody will share it with this fateful day.
It's doing it, but the timer isn't working for some reason.
Isn't it like exclamation point HelloFresh?
Yes, that's what it is. It's also in the
Okay.
title, but I'm supposed to have a timer to do it every 5 minutes and 30 minutes.
If you want,
But
Maybe
it's
while
If
you
you
were
want-
gone, I just got a new nickname.
I can set
Oh,
a
two,
timer and
actually.
I'll just post the like HelloFresh demand in the chat every couple minutes.
Wait, what's the new nickname?
Well, we have
Is Bunny
Husbanded.
officially a
And then the
mod?
second one that came out was Hustus.
Mod with no authority, no access.
You can't be given authority.
Hey, sure I
Hey.
can.
Okay.
I can be like
Did
a
that
food
work?
sniffer.
I set
Yeah.
another timer. We'll see if it works in 5 minutes.
5.
Okay,
If not, I'll be here.
cool. Thank you. So, if y'all are ready to get back to rolling click clack math rocks, my hair is a mess from wearing that hat.
Put it back on.
I've misplaced it. It's over there somewhere.
What do you mean you missed
Lost
it?
the
I
hat.
don't know where it is.
Wait,
So-
what?
The hat.
I lost the hat that I was wearing for the entire first half of the episode.
That you begged me to wear.
Yes.
The authority hat.
It's fine. I will replace that hat with a better hat.
I was honestly expecting the quest.
My rabbit hat is in the car. I'd wear
That
that.
is not a bad suggestion, actually.
So,
I'd probably-
as you all have a nice night's sleep in the treetops of the Moontide Forest, or Moontide Jungle,
Sleep so
in
well.
the city of... What just happened?
Bunny.
Don't worry, we've only.
So
Jason
Greg
said
is dead.
-2.
Greg is
Yes.
dead.
Greg fell out of the tree canopies.
Greg
So-
fell 100 feet out of a tree, instantly died.
No, just got put into a coma. We gotta be clear here, it's a coma.
So, you all have
There's
a
no pole.
wonderful night in the treetops of the city of Sealamont. And upon a new day, your rooms are all, like, separated. Each room is kind of sitting on its own branch of this large tree. And each one has, like, these walkways carved into the branches that go down to a singular, like, dining area. Like most hotels, kind of the, where the continental breakfast would be served.
Nice.
So as you kind of step out of your almost like bungalow type accommodations, you can actually look across the branches and see each other walking out of the different rooms. And you look to your right and you see Lionel kind of sitting on the branch, just kind of like looking down. towards the jungle floor. Before he notices you, kind of tips his head and stands up and walks down the branch towards the centralized, like, lobby area for the inn.
I'll
Are
go
you
ahead
eating
and
popcorn
follow.
with chopsticks?
Yeah.
You like the heights up here?
I just made it my nose.
Yes,
Okay, that
it's,
makes sense.
I don't know if I told you, Sealamont, was where I grew up. So, it's nice to be back.
Glad you're comfortable.
I, for one, got one of the best rests I've had in a while.
Same. It's
It does seem like a lovely place here.
It's extremely nice. Most of the people are okay to be around, but they can be a bit stuck up.
Isn't that just elves?
What?
Yes.
I said, isn't that just elves?
Racial profiling
Yes.
elves in the Elven Inn.
Yes. Sealamont is home to mostly elves, but there are a few other races that call this area home. That being said, we do have a job to do, so maybe afterwards we can go on a little tour of my hometown. But until then, we should get working, and just let me know if you see an elf that looks like me, as I'm not sure if my dad is still alive, but I would very much like to avoid him if he is.
Fair.
Will do.
So, as you walk through the branches and across the intricately carved bridges that connect these treetops, you can see a lot of the buildings here are carved kind of into the trunk of buildings, and you can actually see where some of the buildings are almost like orbs that have been put on top of trees, and then the trees grew around them and kind of up. Others are carved into, and you see there's beautiful mix of like stone, marble, and wooden bridges connecting many of these trees. And looking down, you see one tree may be home to 6 or 7 different buildings, all going up the tree. Some of them stores, some of them residential. And the inn that you're staying at is among one of the taller trees as you are up in the canopy itself. But the city kind of covers all manner of surface area from ground to sky. It is a relatively large city. It is one of the largest village or elvish civilizations in the jungle. And with that being said, he's kind of giving you a quick run through of like anytime you pass a place, he'll kind of point it out. And he goes, but on your journey, he speaks up and he goes, so we are currently on our way to the Office of Trade. It is where imports and exports are handled. We got a tip from Dia and Marilli that someone there might be our culprit, as it is the most convenient place. With that being said, I have not done much in terms of the capital shipping company, but it is their office. They kind of control imports and exports out of here. So we will likely see some of their representatives, but I'm not 100% sure who they are. Again, I have never really dealt with them before. Any experience that y'all have had with the group might be helpful. If any of you know.
Greg and I have a light connection. I don't know if it's necessarily the best.
I don't know how good of terms Greg would be on.
We did meet Captain Linwood.
That is correct.
Captain of one of their vessels.
Well, technically, I met Captain Linwood.
True. I
You
may
were a
have been
cat.
I was a cat, yes.
Okay.
Do you have a map?
Greg worked for him for 20 minutes, I believe, before Greg jumped ship and walked home.
Our lives were in danger, mind you.
Yes.
Fair enough. Considering that Silamont is landlocked, I doubt we will see the captain of a boat here. But glad to know that you are at least somewhat connected to the company.
Connected, met.
Well, I was an employee, I'll have you know.
Fair enough. It's just up ahead here. As he says that, he kind of stops just before this arcing bridge that goes across to another tree, and you can see this one is, you're relatively close to the ground now, maybe only about 30-ish to 40-ish feet off the ground. And you see this bridge kind of goes over to this tree that has a large kind of carved room into the trunk with many windows, a large doorway, probably 10 feet across, 15 feet tall, kind of this arching doorway. And from the arching doorway, you can see a staircase that goes down to the jungle floor. He goes, "That's the shipping office. I'm not sure. I am not the best at recon. I do better at stabbing things and breaking into things. So whoever would like to take point on this, we just need to find out if we can narrow our suspects."
Paradeer, I do think you'd be suited for this.
Do we have a map of this city?
No.
We do?
No, you don't.
Wow, we have our own map song? Hot dog.
Oh no.
Dora walked so Wolf could run.
Oh gosh.
Wolf just teaches you how to speak nerd.
I tell you, it's an arduous course. It'll take you over 3 years.
And
And you still
British
won't have a
for
clue what I'm
some
talking
reason.
about.
Fair enough. So, who would like to take point on finding a suspect?
If no one else
No.
will, I guess I
Our
will.
rogue said, huh?
I'll take point.
Okay.
I'll be
Unless
behind you,
someone
Stella.
else likes it. I guess
Share
no
with
one
her.
I guess no one else is speaking up, so
Unless other than
Good.
when I eat the kernel out, then it'll kill her.
How
Anyway,
dare you not share with her?
There, I'll find one that I can eat the kernel out of.
Okay, Stella, how do you take point? How do you want to go about finding someone who might be involved.
All right.
Do
First
you
and
want me to
foremost,
post this every 5 minutes or like every 10? Because your chat's not super active at the moment.
That's fair. I don't know.
okay, first,
You use your best judgment.
Alright, I got you.
yes. So, to my understanding, we're trying to find a person with necklace thing that is dragon skill, yes.
You are trying to... Currently, you are trying to find a suspect that you believe to be involved in the... I suddenly forgot the word. The
Murder.
illegal trade,
Thievery.
black market trading in the area. As
Do we have any leads whatsoever
uh,
aside from the company thing?
they think they work for the trading company. It's, I mean, that's mostly what you have. You know that they're in Sealamont currently. You know that they work for the trading company. And you know that the current belief is that there is some sort of vault or safe or hiding place for all of these black market things.
That probably is to go to the main place and try to get a hold of some scrupulous documents. If you know what I mean.
It is so good that I have my camera closed because my door opened and Fish was like, hey, and he waddled in. And I like pointed at the screen and he just went whoop and turned around and took the same exact waddle out.
Tell Fishy I said hey, and be sure to say Fishy.
Fishy!
Fishy.
Fishy! Wolf says hi. Oh, hey, there goes my timer. Time for me to be the bot real quick. 1 second.
Yes, the Labot.
So you're saying you're trying to
Reset
go
my timer.
where first to find it?
I was saying it would probably be a good idea to go to
So I'm just
the trading
getting
company's like main building in this area. They'd probably have documents on like the places they own and stuff.
Just like the description of.
Oh.
Hmm.
See,
Uh,
whenever you're exploring,
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
right
no.
back. Apparently, there's a
Not
natural
always.
phenomenon happening in our kitchen that I need to check out.
Okay.
see you in a minute. Whenever you're exploring the unknown, it's not about what you find; it's about what you don't.
I suppose.
Interesting time to be philosophical.
No. What I'm saying is, we could look at the documents, and there might be things that are lacking that should be there.
Oh, so possibly looking for an inside job.
Yes. See if things line up, and if they don't, we might be able to find a building or something that they own that they don't use, or something like that.
Oh, where does the public trading company work out of?
The office that is currently about 60 feet from you.
How convenient!
He walked you to the like public facing
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, well, I'm
didn't
saying, like-
walk you to like where the boats come in and they unload stuff. He walked
Yeah,
you
I
to the
know, I
public
know.
facing like this is where you go to pick up packages.
know.
Oh, I was talking to Tara.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, cool. Y'all cause a distraction. I will. Is there like an upstairs where things happen? Is it like a typical meet with people downstairs?
Question:
and
what
talk
kind of
stay
day
downstairs,
is
but,
it?
like court papers are upstairs?
It would be currently about 10 o'clock, and you have no idea, as you
We're
have not
also-
gone in the building.
We're
Okay,
also
cool.
exploring for the guild. We probably don't need to immediately cause a distraction. We can possibly just ask for what you're looking for.
And also, if we were going to sneak in, wouldn't it be better to go under nightfall when no one's working?
Who just that sneaky?
You're not.
I'm sorry, where are we trying to
Sure.
sneak into?
The building to see if there's any hidden things.
in the office.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, you see, he's like doing some mental math, and then he goes, "Come with me," and he starts walking across the bridge towards the office.
To DM, not to Lionel.
What?
I
What?
wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Continue.
Going on.
I have no idea. Okay. He walks in the building and kind of looks around, looks back at you and goes, I don't... It's like just like a desk and storage. There's no stairs.
No kind of like receptionist or anything inside.
There is... Okay, so inside, it's a probably 40-foot across room, and that is simply due to the fact that these trees are 50-foot across-ish.
Wow.
Yeah, no, they're massive trees.
I see.
They're like 50-foot across, like the decent-sized ones at least. Not all of them are this big, but the ones that they live in are like 50-foot across, probably 300 or 400 feet tall.
Wow.
And so he kind of, as you walk in, you see in this circular-ish room, there's kind of a row of tables with paperwork scattered across them. You see two people kind of currently going back and forth behind these desks. You see there's the desks, and then right behind it there's like a few storage crates, as well as like a shelf that is partitioned with letters and some small packages. But there doesn't seem to be any like sort of private room. The only privacy that could be gained from this room would be whenever they close down, they close the large doors. But it's just like a simple one-room type of business.
Okay.
You see, currently there's two people. There's one kind of taller, elvish male wearing like very much not used and very decorative, like armor, but no idea how actually practical it is, or if it's just for the looks. And then the other person is wearing kind of a similar outfit, although it looks like it's had like some wear and tear, and it actually looks to be actual armor and not just this is for intimidation or persuasion points. This is I've actually been on a protection job before type thing. Yeah, and you see the two of them walking back and forth. They're both elvish, although let me see.
One's only a fourth elvish on his mother's side.
I would like to say that Fisher said the Aurora Borealis has localized in our kitchen, and I was assuming that was his way of telling me that we had a gas leak from the stove or something and it was getting rough out there. But in fact, he was just trying to lure me out of my room so he could show me where he threw up on the floor. I was like, so what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, I threw up on the floor, come see.
Cornell and his face the same. Get your paws out of my popcorn!
Oh my gosh. Anywho. So, two people in building, aside from us.
Yeah, one is a the one with armor that looks like it's actually been a little bit used. Kind of has medium length or shorter medium length blonde hair, gray eyes. And then the other one kind of has the like dark brown that goes back into a braid that goes back probably down to their shoulder blades, and green eyes, wearing that kind of armor, but looks like it's mostly just ornamental or decorative. And they're both currently walking back and forth, moving a couple of small packages, signing some paperwork.
Do either of them look like Lionel?
Look like Lionel? No. Lionel is, you know, average elvish height, but with like white hair, and a really like pronounced like jawline, really skinny face.
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna walk over and just introduce myself and the party. I mean, no reason to hide from them. Hello, I'm Tuvala. We were sent here because we heard you guys had some trouble with losing a few items.
Okay. Which one do you speak to? The blonde
I'm
one
gonna
or the
speak to
brunette?
that looks the brunette had the. I want the blonde one with the like one who looks like they know what they're doing.
Okay. He kind of speaks up and goes, I'm not really sure what you mean. I'm sorry, my name's Eowyn. But, the Capital Shipping Company takes pride in us not losing our cargo.
I'm just gonna look to Lionel. Are they showboating or do they really not know?
I mean, you can make an insight check if you want to see if they're
Sure.
see through how they're speaking, see if they're being truthful, lying, if they're hiding something.
See if they can. Uh, 17.
17? I mean, he seems to be telling the truth. He's, you know, kind of stoic, a little bit hard to read, but seems truthful.
Well, do we know who this job was commissioned by, or no?
It was... I mean, okay. Wait, how did it go? They explained it to me. Xana told a Tyr that she had lost her artifact, and through a Tyr, Dia and Marilli asked me to look into it, suggested I bring help, as they knew about the black market trade. Xana was recently here, so they assumed.
Fence, but I did actually meet Cook Bottles beforehand. Are we sure that they didn't just misplace it?
I mean, that's possible. And this is all happening out of earshot of Eowyn or the other guy. But he goes, it's possible, but I mean, either way, we know that there's a black market deal that happens here. We just would like to see if they have this specific artifact.
Maybe. Well,
In that case, wouldn't the best way to count O's as someone interested in purchasing said artifact?
That might work.
I think that'd work. Let's
Same,
try
but
that.
that's-
And if it doesn't, we can always come back after hours.
Right.
That- my kind of plan.
My only concern with this is, Tuvala, you did just introduce us all to them. So that kind of would make lying to them about who we are more difficult.
They're not the black market. We don't have to tell them we're interested, right? Bagel found.
I mean, you knew that the person running the black market worked for this company.
Yes.
So you have no idea who's running it. And you also don't know where to go to pose as black market buyers.
All in time, my dear friend.
So, I mean, if we find the location to go and pose as buying it, we can just break in. That shouldn't be a problem. I am just...
Yeah.
Also, I do not believe Devola gave us an official introduction. He merely asked about if they lost
It was
things.
a lost item, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that threw me off is that you said, I'm Tuvala, and we're here investigating, like, missing items. Because, like, you did actually give them your name, so...
Yeah, I mean,
Never mind.
as
always
long as you
something I
don't
can-
lie about your name in the future.
I mean, I can even just say, oh, different shipping company. Must have been a wrong address.
Yes.
An
well,
accident of oversight. We were supposed to be investigating Mr. Linwood and his services, yet here we are, landlocked in the middle of elves.
uh,
We are investigating a human captain of a trading vessel last seen in the northwest. Here we are in the southernmost part of the continent, in a forest that is landlocked in a nation of elves. Nothing suspicious at all.
what was the magic item? What is this item? we're going
Paperwork
after?
next up.
Yeah.
Let's say I was in charge of the paperwork, and
Yes.
then it'll be believable.
We're looking for a golden dragon scale. It's on a necklace.
See, any special properties we need to know about or anything like that?
It's enchanted. I know that much. Very rare, as dragon scales are extremely rare, and this one, you know, being gold is even more so. A gold dragon hasn't been seen for,
I see.
I think, as long as I've been alive.
Do you know what the enchantment on it is, or
I'm not sure.
These people are just watching us walk in, say,
Yeah.
"Hi, how are you?" and then just go whisper in a corner.
Yeah.
I think I have. I think I'm gonna go see if I can ask about it then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the same person he was talking to.
To
I'm sorry,
Ayla?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm so sorry. It seems we got the wrong place. We work with a guild. They sent us on a quest to look into something. We're deeply sorry about that.
It's no problem. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Also, I have a friend who's an alchemist, and seeing as you're a trading company, I was wondering, do y'all by chance have any dragon skills or anything like that? He was asking about them.
I don't believe we do. I can check for you though, if you're interested. It may take some time.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
No problem. Give me an insight check.
Me. Gladly. Insight check. Where is it? On the sheet. There it is. Bum 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 ba dum bum 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 11.
An 11?
I like the song.
He was intentionally not being subtle. He does know of at least something like you're talking about. He knows of Dragon Scale.
He knows what a dragon scale is. He's figured it out.
Yes. Yes, well, if anything comes up, I'm sure he would be much appreciative.
And
fair,
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Stella.
Stella. You see, he writes it down on a piece of paper.
Not the only stupid one.
Immediate regret. I didn't even realize I should have given her a false name.
I'm sorry, did you just give an elf your real name?
Oh no.
As a trade?
Oh no.
As a trade
Oh,
for a
no.
dragon scale?
But if they are taking my name, I have no name.
Can I state that this whole time I've most definitely been full rogue and I have been like hiding in corners, like not hiding like
Edgy
suspicious.
You've been
aggressive.
sulking.
and edgy.
I
Well,
have
well,
I
she's
have
going,
been all the way over and
she's
I've
going
been
through that
like,
emo phase.
really see my face, so I have absolutely been like trying to keep my identity.
That was-
Okay, you're hiding
You're
your
an emo
identity.
kid
Are
at a
you
family
doing
gathering.
anything while being hidden? Besides grabbing a cat off of the top shelf?
Or just
You're an
cringing
emo
away
kid
from
stuck
us.
at the kids' table at a family gathering.
Yes.
Keep that, please.
What?
You're emo and you're stuck at the kiddie table of a family gathering.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
So Tara, are you doing anything? Are you looking for anything? Or are you just kind of brooding?
I'm not brooding, I'm listening and being as perceptive as possible, but specifically trying to make my presence known as little as possible and
Okay.
not let them know like who I am.
Roll me a stealth and a perception check.
Okay, stealth is 20. Perception is 17.
17, that's really good.
Shit.
While you hear nothing of interest as you hear Stella's conversation, and you just hear the scribbling of ink being put on parchment by the other fellow, kind of glancing up and down the long desks, you see there are a few different interesting paperworks that give a couple of different locations. Looks to be of storage houses. They are all located in Sealamont, or Sealamont. But, and obviously I don't have, like, here's your coordinates, but you see paperwork for 4 different storehouses.
Okay, 4 different storehouses within the city. I see paperwork for. What kind of like paperwork are we talking about? Like, is it a map or is it just?
It looks like, I would say, okay, so as there is paperwork everywhere, like a couple of these papers are a little bit hidden, but I would say like for the 2 that are on top, you see like a like reference name for them, and then you see like an inventory list of everything that's in there, and then you see
I would like.
just underneath you see another page that you can just see the corner of it, but you can see like the location.
Okay, I would like to snatch those papers.
Oh, you're gonna just steal them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
26.
26? Okay.
Oh, damn.
And they're
Hold
gonna
hold on.
notice
I gotta
the
check
dawn
something because I just
after
rolled stupid good. Where is the thing? What is your perception modifier? I need to know.
Not my 26.
I rolled so well. Ah, okay. You
Damn,
managed
the
to
word
swipe
line.
all 4 papers.
Heck yeah.
My wizard's visiting again.
I rolled a natural 19, but they do not have a +7, unfortunately. So, would you like to do anything else in the shipping company?
Nope, I am ready to get out of there.
Yeah, I gotta
Oh, looks like
skedaddle.
it's time for our sponsor code.
You see, as everyone is kind of doing their own thing, Lionel just kind of nudges Greg and moves to go. So, are you also from the jungle?
Greg's from the other side, but yes. It's also where he got his new home, and he's just gonna, like, point to the pot hanging on his back.
Interesting. Well, looks like they're ready to go, and he just turns around and leaves.
Greg's like, yeah, check it out, this is my house, and he's like,
My house.
uh-huh.
Oh, hey, that one just went off on the timer.
Yeah,
Is it set
I've
to
been
the
doing
wrong
them
timer?
for a while.
It might be set to the 30-minute timer, not the 5-minute timer for some reason.
I'm thinking
Oh.
so.
I'll fix it real quick.
Oof, indeed.
But thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
So, as you leave, where are you all going?
I'm going to try to convince everyone to just go back to the hotel.
I would be
I'm gonna-
down for that.
Just to get down.
We're gonna boogie?
Get down.
I mean, like, you're in trouble. Anyway, just I'm gonna like kind of see the group, just be like, so while we were there, I may have found something, and I'm just gonna kind of like slightly show that I have papers, and then ask for us to go back to the solitude of one of our rooms to look at the papers.
Okay. You go to the central room, as you got 3 rooms that were kind of next to each other. So you go to the one that's in between. But once there, in the privacy of your hotel room, what would you like to do?
Like to observe the papers.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
I speak common. Thieves can't. And infernal.
Fair enough. While you can read the name and the location, as those are written in common, the inventory list is all written in Elvish.
Well,
Get Lionel.
I believe I would have. You didn't go in there by yourself or anything, right?
No, you all
No.
went.
Got
Okay,
it.
well, I can in fact read Elvish, so
Nice.
that's not a problem.
As can I.
Wonderful. Well, the two of you start poring over these inventory lists looking for anything specific, anything suspicious. I assume anything suspicious.
Suspicious.
Definitely any sus.
Cool. Both of you roll investigation checks.
Bound to back. I guess tonight is the night of double ones.
You rolled 2 1s.
No, I rolled an 11 again.
I rolled an 11 too, but I get a 12 because modifier.
No.
So, with an 11 and a 12, it's not bad. You go through one full inventory list, and it's all like paper, bread, bread, bread. And it's just everything completely mundane.
They like their bread.
And that would be the northwest and the northeast storage centers, basically. And then, Stella, you were reading over another one, and it seems also mostly mundane. The southeast storage container is full of daily supplies for the city, maybe a couple of
boring.
shipments for specific people, and it has their names next to it. Tuvala, once you get to your second page, you see in Elvish script that while it is still an inventory list, you see many of the items don't quite feel right. And it's kind of a weird feeling, but it's almost like everything else is, food or fabric or, metal. But this is weird stuff like one singular book or painting supplies, but the cost marker on it is exorbitantly high. And you see next to next to something marked as let's see, what would it be marked as?
Yeah, I gotta say, so far, from my point of view, neither one of those sounds suspicious.
What, one singular book and painting supplies that would cost you an arm and a leg?
Yeah, that's
Quite
what
literally.
That's
I mean, like, it
nice.
literally just says, like, paint, and it's marked as, like, 1,000 gold.
Okay,
No,
see,
no,
1,000
like-
gold, yes.
like-
However, I happen to have some
look.
paint in my possession that may or may not be very exorbitantly overpriced.
I understand, and like in game, yes, these things are the case. I'm just thinking, IRL, someone buys a singular book from trading company or expensive paint.
Well, it's like, okay, so it says, like, book, just as a singular, and then it's like, weight of object, 15 pounds. And then it's like, paint, just paint, no descriptors whatsoever, and it's like, 1,000 gold, 15 pounds.
Okay, look. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense in game. I'm just saying, like, IRL, it's perfectly fine. Like,
That's
15-pound book does exist somewhere.
Yeah, it's fair, but it's suspicious.
Yes.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
I know. You see one marked as family heirloom, and it's marked at 2,500 gold. And there is a small note next to it that says to be shipped to Stella.
Be shipped to Stella.
What?
Dear, and I'm just gonna kind of like bring the paper over because I know you can at least semi-read it. This here, family heirloom, it says to be shipped to you, or at least to someone with your name.
That's odd.
Go steal it. It will be the first time I get
And
this.
convenient.
Stealing.
It is at
What was
this
that?
point that you conveniently remember that you gave the guy your name and then he wrote it down.
Well, yes, that is
Oh, no.
true, but like, she stole the papers while that was going on, so why would she have papers with my name on
That's
them?
fair.
This is not the same paper that I stole.
It's clearly not the same paper.
Fair enough.
Okay, so his name's staying on there? Or
Yeah,
that
name
a
is still on there. 100%.
Go
I don't
steal it.
take anything back.
I was about to say, I'm almost wondering if it was a thing of like someone falsified paperwork with your name so that blame would be put to you.
But they didn't know my name before.
The people at the shipping company didn't know your name, but maybe whoever stole did.
To add that Xana
This could
does
work in our
not
favor,
know the
though,
name.
because if they're trying to give it to Estella, I gave them the name Stella.
This paper was written before they got your name at the shop.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But definitely would like to add that Xana does in fact know your name. Xana could be evil.
I assume it would say where these things are being stored at.
It says, like, the southwest corner of the city is where that storage location is. It seems to be that there is one in each corner of the city.
I say we go investigate the southwest corner then.
During nightfall,
Okay. Waiting till night?
Indeed.
Wait
What a
until
better
night.
time besides.
So what are y'all doing while you wait?
King tea.
Getting expensive
I-
Sea Lamont tea.
Would like to see if we were followed or if I see any of the familiar faces from the
Cool. As
shipping
you
company nearby.
I'm not dressed for a covert op.
as you
I'm
peek out the back, where you came from, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's like a 5. No, wait, it's +7. 11.
You don't see anyone following you,
okay.
and you keep watch there for a little while, I presume?
Yeah, just kind of head out the window, looking around.
Okay. It gets to about around the time of sunset when the colors of oranges and the greens of the sun setting kind of start piercing through the canopy of the treetops. When Lionel kind of speaks up, still being in the center of the room where you all poured over the papers, he goes, you all should come see this. And as you gather around, you can see on this piece of paper, just kind of under where it says to be shipped to Stella, you see ink starting to appear on it. Still in Elvish script, as Stella and Tuvala can read, and it just reads, and who might you be?
Like the paper itself?
The paper, like, has ink that appears on it. Underneath the writing that says to Stella.
Stella?
Interesting.
You know, it's your paper. Can you write on it?
What?
Can it?
I said I don't
Can
really
you
know how to
hear
write
us?
Paper. Can you write on it?
I mean, you
I
can write on
just-
it if you want.
I just assumed it was a secret message to do with the light, because it's, you know, the time of day.
Try talking to it, see if it understands. If not, we can try writing on it.
One of the people that speaks and/or writes Elfish has to do it. So I'm kind of waiting for Stella.
I mean, I am Stella.
Okay. You say,
Said,
I
"Who
am
might I be?"
Stella.
I'm Stella. Like,
Proud as can be. You wait 30 seconds, a minute. Nothing shows up on the paper.
Didn't expect it to.
I have no ink, but I can take a loose feather, hand it to
Good.
you, and
Here, and Lionel kind of pulls out a small jar of ink. What do you write, Stella?
I am Stella.
You write, I am Stella?
I mean, it asked who I am. I am.
Kono Dio da.
That is what they asked. That is what they get. Like,
I'd like to think very much this is how you would react were something like this to happen.
do
It
it
absolutely is.
in
No
real life.
thing of like,
Yeah,
what is
Wolf
this?
would just be
What's
like the
going on?
most
Who are you?"
literal reaction
Oh, no.
to anything.
Oh,
Be
no,
like,
no, no,
well,
no,
it
no,
asked
no.
my name.
It-
You'd
no,
probably
in
write a
real
fake
life-
name, but
In real life, I would give a philosophical question as an answer.
oh, that's fair.
Give me your best question.
Oh,
I want to
no.
hear it.
No.
So, as you write, I am Stella on it, you see, about a minute later, you see ink start to appear again. It just says, still interested in buying, ? In Elvish.
This is the transaction.
Oh, stole their papers.
Of course.
What'd you say, B?
And now they know that I stole their papers.
I think they knew before you left.
I don't think they did.
Stella, tell them yes, you're interested, and ask where we can meet to buy it.
I'm going to respond with of course and leave it there for now. Just wait for their response.
Okay. It responds meet tonight? Question mark.
I can.
You should have responded time and place.
You do get a response about a minute later. It just says, see you there. And then you see at the top of the screen, hey, thank you, Dr. Fat Bear, for the follow. You see at the top of the paper, where the location is written in common, you see a circle form around it. Right after saying, see you there.
Good lord.
I know what you were trying to do, but it was so risky.
Oh my god. Well, I thought it was more risky to be like, where are we meeting? Then it would be like, oh, he doesn't know what's going on. Not the right. Person. Ooh.
Fair enough, and I knew that's why you were doing it, but I was like, if we lose everything because of you right now.
Just lose a couple thousand gold worth of artifacts. I say a couple, it's probably like 10 to 20,000 gold worth of artifacts.
So it's that we're meeting tonight, and where did the location say?
It said the Southwest storage facility, which all the others are at the corners of the city, pretty much.
And that was the one that I got the fishy.
Yeah, this is on the suspicious one.
Okay. Better say there's no point in casting detect magic on the papers. We know.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
That was to Dr. Fat Bear.
I know.
Okay, so
The grandest bear of all the Chad.
Of all the Chads.
So, are y'all heading out immediately, or is there anything that y'all want to do beforehand?
Well,
there
well, I
are
would-
only 2 guards that know that we're here.
like I implied earlier, I personally would like to get a new outfit.
Covert ops outfit.
You don't have to get a new outfit. You probably.
Well, I have nothing to wear, so I need a
You
new
don't
outfit.
have an outfit in your wardrobe that would fit this occasion.
She didn't
do
get
not.
to bring her wardrobe.
What do you mean? I have always had my wardrobe.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
We're trying to defend you right now, Stella.
I need a new outfit. It's fine.
Secretly, Stella's just in a new city and she wants to get a new outfit from the new place.
Quite literally,
No.
yeah.
Do you want to get some
No,
elvish threads?
No, I just want the
The elven
Cobra
drip.
outfit. As simple as that.
Oh
Is
my
it-
gosh.
hey,
As
is
a
every
Stella
outfit
is
you want
becoming
the drip?
night monkey.
Wait, what does that mean?
What?
It's a reference to one of the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Because
One
he
of the best
panics
things.
and puts on like a black suit, and they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm
Oh.
Night Monkey."
Oh my gosh.
Nice to meet you. Don't bite me.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I
Is
guess we
every-
can get you some covert stuff if you want, but I mean, why would you want to have covert clothes to go to a secret meeting? Do we want to try to go before the time to try to stake the place out? Maybe hide a certain person there?
Someone put Greg in a trash can,
Doing
and
wonderful,
he'll
my
just wait in there
friend.
with his war pick.
Literally,
Once again, that was
100%
reply to
gonna be,
chat.
like hiding in the shadows wherever we
Okay.
go. Again, I am going to be rogue, AF, not showing face, because there's no way I'm just gonna walk out on some meeting and be like, "Hi, how are you?" It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Also, out of character, I'm pointing out Stella's covert, not actual covert.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that everything Stella wears technically counts as drip.
Oh boy.
Thanks, I hate it.
Wearing the Supreme
So,
jacket.
you make your way to the southwest corner of Sealamont. On your way, Lionel kind of speaks up and goes,
That's cool.
the storage facilities are most likely on the jungle floor. That is the safest place to keep things, as trees can be burrowed through. I suggest we start there. With that being said, I've never been here, so we'll see how it goes.
So we're looking for the building now?
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you are all making your way to the ground floor of the southwest, I would like everyone to roll a perception check. Or survival check, your choice. And then Lionel will also roll one. Lionel rolled pretty decent.
Oh,
Survival,
right, my
or
mom.
what was the other one?
Perception, one of
Perception.
the choice.
Perception.
What was that, Tara?
Makes no difference.
14.
14.
Here, the
Mine's
cat
gonna
guy
be
just had a slap fight.
seven.
And he ended the slap fight by farting on me.
Nice. So 14, 12, 7 to Vala. What'd you roll?
11.
An 11?
11.
Mine was
Okay.
17.
So you all kind of fan out a little bit, just to cover a little bit more ground as you've never been here. And as you're walking, kind of keeping an eye out for any buildings in the jungle. Yes, Greg?
I think you misheard because I said mine was 17. But you repeated
17.
back 7.
My bad, I didn't hear the teen part. So,
Yeah, you're
Greg,
good.
as you're walking through the jungle floor,
Eagle eyes.
just slap, slap, slap on the
Yeah.
soft mud. You eventually feel a much harder thud. Looking down, just below like a thin layer of mud, you see like stone, like polished stone.
Greg, make some noise. Guys, start slapping feet on the stone so it's extra loud. Found something.
Nice. Everyone kind of convenes on you, before kind of working your way around, and you can tell, like, you were kind of at the top of the hill, and so you kind of go down the hill a little bit, and you notice that this, like, stone building was kind of built into this hill part, and there's vegetation everywhere. Like, if you weren't specifically looking for it, you probably never would have found it. But with that being said, I'm gonna turn on Roll20 on the OBS, and then you get to see a map, which is a really basic map because I had to hand draw it this week, and I am not a good artist. So it's super basic, but it's there.
Hey man, a map's a map.
Midas, you know how you told me not to make fun of it?
Shut up, don't make fun of me.
You know how you told me not to make fun of it?
Uh-huh.
Please, we're already on thin
Yeah.
ice after the Husdis.
I totally respect you as a person, and I would never do that to you. I cherish you as a friend.
Thank you.
Ha! Didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't. So,
It's
kind
nice
of...
irony.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I have to put in a thing for the guy. Where is...
I found another pocket on these sweatpants.
But your map
My
looks like
pocket's
an
a
eraser. I'm just kidding.
I thought it looked like an ironing kit.
It looks like a big eraser.
Or, you know
Do you see what I have to
do?
put up with, Dr. Fat Bear?
Got it.
It
I got
looks
the
like
perfect.
an amazing
I have the-
hideout.
I have the perfect description. It is
It's
a
a
top
fucking
secret
hobbit
military
apocalypse
futuristic bunker, and we're gonna find
It
sci-fi
most definitely
technology
is
inside of the
not.
bunker. No, that's
I think it's a hobbit bunker.
so you're telling me they need a perfectly flat surface in the
Sanding's a thing.
There's also,
Yeah.
magic. There's this wonderful spell called Stone Shape.
So what you're telling me is it could still be like a lab thing, but for magic.
Sure, it might be. It's probably not.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna make a character who can't use magic, and their whole thing is they're going to like vehemently deny magic exists because of it, and constantly try to defend it in battle as like, that was just a coincidence. Because that's what y'all arguing feels like.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Stella, would you have picked up the paperwork that had the writing on it, or no? Or would you have left it for someone else?
If no one else grabbed it, I definitely would have. That's not something I would just think that's important.
As Stella, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but as you tend to keep things inside your plasmoid body, after Greg slaps his wet feet on the roof for a little bit, you can see a little bit more ink starting to write on it, kind of through Stella. You're welcome.
Yes. Poor donk.
So, you take it out.
I don't like how damp our party is.
For real, it makes me so incredibly uncomfortable. So you pull it out in
You're the
in
one who wrote
Elvish.
the characters.
The newest thing says, "So you are here." How? Or not how? I'm sorry. It says, "So you are here." Show me
Ending
how
so
much
rolled.
you want it.
Show me how much you
Things getting
wanted.
freaky in the
Exotic band.
apocalyptic bunker.
Sorry, Stella. I guess you just have to throw it down now.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like they're, well, there's no like receptacle or anything like that, like no window or offering bucket near the door, right?
No, it is a perfectly smooth. Well, perfectly smooth. There's very small imperfections in it, but overall, it is a smooth building. From the entrance all the way back until it reaches the hill and just kind of goes into the landscape. Lionel approaches the door, but is going to wait on you all.
I will
could always
go
ask
through
what
the
it
door
means.
as well. I mean, I go through
Step
the door.
Trying to make sure that the Twitch stream can see it.
They can.
You all should be able to move your own characters.
Yes.
So, from just the very thin cracks around the door, not the bottom as there's a little bit of mud on it, but kind of around the sides, you do see a little bit of kind of a warm orange light coming from inside.
I'll open her up.
Okay. You open her up, and let me show you what that looks like, as I actually figured out how to do that. Boom.
Oh, that's cool.
Boom. It's now the inside of the map.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
I like this.
I figured out how to do fancy stuff.
Is this a
Yeah,
puzzle?
you did.
Oh no, a puzzle.
Maybe? Kind of?
No.
Not really?
It's a lock.
Kinda not really.
It is a lock.
What language is the?
It's kind of
Unknown.
pointy.
It is a language that one of you recognizes.
What language then? And who recognizes?
You have to check your languages tab, because I want you to decode it. Which is why I added the
tab.
scripts. Okay, if you go under World in the journal, there's a Languages tab that shows you all of your different languages that you know. And now you get to decode stuff.
You said only one of us has the language,
No,
right?
it's not me. Yes, it is me. It's me. It's me. It's me.
Yes,
You
I
got
it
was
it.
is.
scared
Infernal.
that it was me.
It's not me, yeah.
It's me.
I assume you all walk inside.
Definitely.
Do you know what makes this even greater than it is me? You know what I've been sitting with this entire time, excited to use sticky notes. That's
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
So, walking into the room, you see a mostly clean, with the exception of the floor. As you see footprints leading, like very loose footprints, from the mud outside leading into the triangle-shaped door. You also see the three kind of claw-like pedestals on the left, each grabbing a very softly glowing orange orb. With what looks to be like, just black marks on top of it. Me hoping that I really wrote it correctly and I didn't misspell something in Infernal. Because I would not put it past me.
I would like to cast Detect Magic on the room.
Okay.
I think it's gonna go off.
You cast
but I
Detect
would-
Magic.
It's spooky in here.
All three of the like pedestal things go off. The apparent infernal writing on the wall glows, and the door does as well.
Are there any
and
cracks around the door or what's not?
cracks? No, it seems fairly
Flush.
clean. Yeah, it is flush. Like the door kind of is three-dimensional a bit, so like you can see like there's a little rim and then it kind of sinks in a little bit, but
Yep, gotcha.
and it looks to be made of like a bronze or maybe a brass.
How's that translation coming along?
We get
You know, I really didn't think about translating stuff might be a bit boring for everyone except the one person who has it until right now, but honestly, I kind of don't care because I want to do more of this stuff.
Well, see,
I mean,
I was
fair enough.
wondering about that, but I figured that it was just one of those,
Well,
you know, things.
an possible solution. Have something for the rest of the party to do at the same time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will definitely do that next time I do something like this, but honestly, I just kind of got excited about languages and I was like, ooh, language! Because the original version of this did not have that.
I wish I could like share, but I don't really know how.
But I'm definitely gonna at least... Okay, my current plan is to have at least something similar to this for everyone at least once throughout the campaign, so that the languages tab gets used, but I will definitely have other stuff going on at the same time in the future. Instead of just, ooh, room with creepy writing.
Because I'm not gonna lie, my brain keeps going, you know what we should do? We should start touching stuff and seeing what it does. And then I'm like, no.
You should
I should
do
wait for
that.
the translation to be done.
You should
So that I don't
definitely do that.
Die.
So once we got the first few, it was pretty quick. Friend or fiend, burn in fire. So the
Friend
top
or-
line is friend or fiend, and then it says burn in on either side of the door, and then the bottom says fire.
Fire.
So fireball the door, I guess.
Render fiend.
No.
So wait,
That's
is
a
this
good
friend-
idea.
I
friend or
don't-
fiend. Something something fire.
Greg
Too
seconds.
small of a room.
Burn in fire.
I don't
Friend
care
or
how
Are you
small
sure that's
the
the
burn in
room is.
order to be
fire.
read
Someone
in?
cast fireball.
Huh?
Are you sure that's the order they're supposed to be read in?
Yeah.
If not, burn. Wait, friend. Yeah, okay. So it's
Who's
like,
measuring the room?
Me. I didn't think about how small the room is. A fireball literally hits everything, no matter where you put it.
Alright, friend or fiend, burn in fire.
What do we know about these things here?
I don't know.
They are slightly glowing orange orbs being held up by kind of a corroded red metal.
You should
Said that
like
they're
run.
glowing red?
Suggestion is set
Huh?
the infernal person on fire.
You said they're
Didn't-
glowing like red?
They're glowing like a orange.
Didn't someone cast Detect Magic?
I did.
What came of that?
Yeah, what kind of magic's coming
It's
off
spooky
the...
in here.
Okay, so the writing comes up as illusion. The
Air, save
door,
us.
the door, and the three like orbs come up as abjuration.
duration?
Yeah.
Part of me wants to light an orb on fire.
Well, I was half wondering,
I've got a tinderbox and a torch.
it's not like the orbs are on fire.
Hmm.
Do we have to light ourselves on fire?
I've
Only
been
one of us.
saying we should light Tara on fire because she's the infernal one.
This is a plan.
You were saying.
What
Yeah, I'm still pretty
Lionel
sure.
pulls out a tinderbox.
What happens if we touch the things?
You
I was...
put your hand on it.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on one.
It's very warm, but
But what?
it's just very warm.
I have a fun idea. We go
Okay.
outside and I line up my pot of infinite water at the door and just start pouring.
Tuvala,
Yeah,
how
see,
long
I'm the
does
fire.
detect magic last?
It's gonna last 10 minutes.
10 minutes? As Stella touches the orb, you see like a thin line of magic, almost like someone is pulling a string, go from the orb into the ground where you lose sight of it.
From an individual orb or just all of them?
The one that Stella is touching, so like we'll say this one.
On the left.
Yeah, it like goes into the ground, and then taking a quick glance at the door, you see this like little brass thing on the right. A similar kind of string of magic goes across it.
Same time.
Greg, can you touch the middle orb?
Sure. I'm just gonna a
Okay.
hand on it.
You lay your
No
hand on it.
hesitation.
You see a very similar thread of abjuration magic go. Then you see the one on the left light up. Greg, it is very, very warm to the point of it almost hurts to put your hand on it. And Stella, right as Greg puts his hand on it, you feel yours raise in temperature by a decent amount to where it is very noticeable.
Right.
It's
it
like
help
turning
to
the
pour
stove from
water
low
over
to
it?
medium.
Greg, let's back off for a sec.
Okay.
Okay, you both take your
Before-
hands off, and both of those like strings of magic disappear.
I'm gonna touch the one on the far right.
Okay.
Just me touching it and see what happens.
A similar thing happens. The thread goes down into the floor, and you see it kind of come up from the floor on the door and connect to the large, like silverish piece.
I'm gonna move over to where Greg was,
Okay.
and give me a sec. I'm just gonna double check something. If I'm correct, I should theoretically be able to touch at least 2 of these, maybe 3 of them at the same time.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I'm about to go stand right here and can I touch 2 at the same time?
We're about to electrify
think
our
they're-
I will say-
I think they're like
If
they're like 5-10 feet apart.
they're like 7 feet apart, technically.
7 feet
so,
apart, and I know
Tara
that
could
can
not,
use a
just
suit.
barely.
I know I can make a pseudopod that reaches out to 10 feet.
It's close to
So
roll 20.
I will say Stella can touch 2 of them, but only Stella could touch 2 of them. Or I would say Tuvala could touch 2 of them as well, with your wings. But they are just too far apart for Tara to reach.
I would like to touch 2
Which
of
means
them.
Greg has no chance.
Okay, Stella, you touch 2 of them. Tuvala, you see 2 separate strings go down into the floor and go into the door. And Stella, you feel they're both kind of on the verge of hurting because they're so uncomfortably hot.
Tara, would you mind touching the other one?
Touch it.
Do
You
I?
touch the third one?
Yes.
Okay. You see the string of magic start to form, coming from the orb down into the floor. Let's see. Tara, you take 4 points of fire damage.
Am I resistant to fire damage?
No,
You are.
not.
Are you not?
You're not.
I thought she was tiefling.
You're not resistant to fire.
I just didn't know.
Stella, you take
What race is she?
1 and 6 points.
Damn.
You said 1 and 6, so that's 7 total?
Yes, 7 points of fire damage.
DM. Also, how many points of damage?
4.
Okay, wait. What race is Tara?
There might be a reason. It's probably not normal fire damage. Does anything else happen?
Yeah, but
in
you
the
said
room?
that she doesn't have she doesn't have resistance to fire. You didn't say like this fire,
Oh.
which is why I was asking.
Burning achieved. You see, as the thread kind of starts going into the ground, you see it physically hurts to keep your hand on the orb. But you do see the third string of magic reach up to the center kind of lock area, and you hear a loud click. And at that point, you're able to take your hands off of the orbs as the 3 kind of pins that are going into the centerpiece kind of sink back a little bit. The center silver piece spins slightly, and the whole door kind of pushes in and almost like rotates to the left. And it opens up, and I don't have a map of the other chamber, but it opens up into an open hallway that, well, it gets dark for a second. It opens up into this, what was it, 25 or 30 foot wide room by like 60 feet, probably, and you see 6 pedestals. What?
Stella, what's your max HP?
My max HP
Okay.
is 39. You're tickled, mate.
It's tickled.
And you see 6 pedestals with, like, a small, like, orb of fire hovering above each one, shining light onto what looks to be 6 different artifacts. One of which, kind of the middle one on the left, being on like a little display stand, a golden dragon scale attached to a leather cord necklace. And standing kind of behind these artifacts in the middle of the room, you see a familiar face.
They were evil.
Yes, they were evil.
No.
As you see Aelwyn standing there.
Never mind, that's not who that was.
Who did you think it was?
Xana.
I don't remember who Aelwyn was. But
Aelwyn was the guy at the shipping
company.
company.
Yeah, see, I was getting shown vomit on the floor while y'all were doing introductions.
Yeah. He's the blonde-haired, gray-eyed worker of the shipping company that had kind of the worn armor. And he kind of like looks up at all of you and goes, "Welcome. I see you brought friends, Stella. Are you all interested in purchasing?" And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. and we're gonna get to that next week, as it is past midnight, and my wife has to go to school in the morning.
Nerd.
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 I don't feel like filling out all my notes tonight, so I'm just gonna put shopping trip and leave it at that.
Evil
So,
shopping trip.
thank you all so much
Yes.
for watching and playing. Thank you for all the support. Big thank you to Stream Elements for... not Stream Elements. I looked at the bot name. Thank you so much for HelloFresh for sponsoring the show last week and this week. First sponsor, best sponsor. I use them every week. Can't recommend them enough. So if you want to support the stream and also get something great out of it, use the code that is in chat and also on the screen on the little thing to get 70% off your first box as well as free shipping. That money goes, or not that money, but for every new person that signs up, we get a kickback and it'll help support the show. So it would mean a lot to us if you were to check them out. Like I said, I can't recommend them enough. B and I, aka Tara, for those who don't know, we use them every week. 4 meals a week we get from HelloFresh, and it's amazing. Oh, are you picking next week's meals?
We already picked next week's meal. Remember, I told you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Kicking cayenne chicken cutlets with mashed potatoes and oven carrots. We're gonna have pork chops and apple rosemary pan sauce with some mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts. I really like mashed potatoes. That's why I chose 2 mashed potato meals in 1 week. That's on me.
Fair.
And then we're gonna have 1 pan chicken stir fried tacos and some pork katsu. And then the next week, we already chose some mustard apricot pork tenderloin with scalloped potatoes in the oven and some green beans, fresh green beans. And then we're gonna have some cranberry thyme chicken. I'm excited for that thyme chicken.
So, give them a look. Use the link and the code in chat if you want to help support the stream. Again, you get 70% off and free shipping on your first box. Even if you just want to try it for 1 week and then cancel it, that is, it won't be for everyone, but I can't recommend it enough. I've been thoroughly happy with their service. So yeah, can't recommend them enough. I've said that about 15 times. But that is going to end tonight's stream, and we will get back at it next week, where we will get to play with Aelowin a little bit more. So, bye stream. And thank you, Dr. Fat Bear, for the follow.
Much
Have fun in your
appreciated.
D&D game. Night.